Post-game late in the third, and then you guys really stalled on the offense. And what did you see that they were doing, or you guys were not doing well enough to keep up and score in that stretch?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we got a lot of good shots. Didn't make a lot of them. You know, we missed some opportunities at the free throw line, and then we got a little stagnant. You know, we were still in a good spot because we were getting stops until about middle of the fourth, and they went on that run. But look, I thought our energy was good. I thought our competitive spirit was good. At the end of the day, you know, you just look at the field goal mix, and the free throw mix, and you know, it's a different ballgame. You know, Vegas is who they are for a reason. But I felt good about where we were, and you know, we just got to make a little more shots.
Kelsey, what are they doing walling off the paint that is making it harder for you guys to get in there? And how can you guys adjust to either get to the basket or create better shots in that environment?
I have a big presence, obviously. Wilson Smith in there, so all about making the right read. Steve dashing the ball out and trying to find the next one, but I definitely want to remain aggressive. Unfortunately, it didn't really fall my way shot wise, but the goal is to always get there and create for others.
So why do you think, right here, sorry. Why do you think Melissa Smith has been able to have so much success these last couple of games?
She's been physical. You know, she's done a good job of really imposing her will, of being physical in her matchup, attacking the paint, you know, being aggressive.
Steph, you made a reference pregame to baseball about just hitting singles instead of hitting home runs. Did you feel like in this game that you guys did a good job of hitting singles?
We had a lot of good opportunities. I felt like we had more open shots in this ball game than we did in the last one. I felt like our ball movement was better. Our ability to attack and make reads was better. We got to the free throw line. It was really good. They just didn't go in. So I did feel like we got a lot of really good opportunities. You know, we had some breakdowns at times defensively, but we went through stretches where we really gave ourselves a chance on the defensive end.
Steph, what were you proud of with the offensive rebounds, which was significant? But then on the other side, did it feel like maybe a missed opportunity with Asia Wilson getting off to a slow start and not having as big a lead?
It did. You know, our offensive glass, they're not guarding, you know, like two people on the floor, so we can run free. I felt like we didn't have a sense of urgency once we got it. We've either got to go back up with it strong, or we got to get it out and we got to attack while they're in rotation. And I felt like at times we got it out and we just held it and we let them recover back. So I didn't feel like we had as much aggressiveness or sense of urgency once we got the extra possession. So that was definitely a missed opportunity. And look, Asia's going to find hers. There's no doubt about it. You know, they have 5 Olympians on their team, so you got to play them all honest. You know, at the end of the day, I felt like tonight was a lot more about our shot making.
Lexie, what are some of the difficulties that y'all presents in terms of you guys did a really good job defensively, as you said, on Asia, and then Jackie was able to, to get her.
Yeah, I mean, she's a strong guard. I think she does a really great job of using her screeners, using Asia, using Melissa. And we end up trailing on that. So that's going to be a big focus on me, on whoever's guarding her next game, is trying to blow those up so she doesn't get as easy of straight line drives to the basket.
Kelsey, what's the biggest thing you guys need to do to make sure, a loss like this isn't too deflating, that you come out ready to go for something?
Coach said, great for me. I needed to hear it. Okay, you can be emotional about it for the rest of the night. I know I'm always hard on myself, so it's gonna be pretty emotional for me. But after today, you turn the page and you look forward to tomorrow and stacking the day and getting the reps that you need to get to be successful on Sunday.
Lexie, you have drawn the most offensive foul in the WT this year, including the playoff. How are you able to do that?
So just trying to defend as hard as I can, and there's only certain screens you're allowed to set, so just trying to trail them, and that's all I can really say.
Kelsey, there are a couple times where you're shaking your hand. Is there cramping? Is there something else going on with your hand?
Oh no, just missing. I mean, I think at that time, I think somebody hit my hand, but no, man, just bad day.
Just frustration, I guess. Just expression of frustration when you're.
Nah, just a bad day.
And then Steph, it looked like there were a couple of occasions there maybe one of the timeout challenger play. Is that how it unfolded? I guess, and just you get any communication referees. That's why you didn't get the timeout.
No, I mean it's there's a time frame, and you're trying to look at multiple angles, and from what I'm told, out of bounds plays are the hardest ones to call. So it's, you want to make sure that it's clear and conclusive if you're going to challenge it. There was one that I was really trying to challenge, and they gave it to him on the sideline. I did think that one of the officials saw, but it's a timely thing, and sometimes you get it in on time, but sometimes you don't. Tony and James, wrap up.
Steph, you went to Michaela Timpson as your first up today, and then very often throughout the scheme, what went into that shift and rotation?
It's physicality against Alyssa Smith. I like the physicality that she could bring. I like the activity that she could have around the rim. They were going to this, and this was burying our bigs, and so I just wanted to give a different look, and I thought her activity around the rim was really good.
Dana, as this kind of speed for them has changed things a little bit for you, I guess how you all account for her, but also realizing that you have to, I guess, give something up that makes sense. How many times have we been?
Play honest. I think this group, the coach says, honest group that you gotta play no matter who comes off the bench. You got Jewel come off the bench, you got Dana come off the bench, so you gotta play them all honest. I think her speed, does. I think for us, we can continue to do what we need to do, but I think it also puts emphasis on how at the point of attack, how we need to be. I don't think we have time to kind of wait for players like that to get active. We can keep them at the game. That's obviously the goal. So going into Sunday, that got to be the mindset.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.
Thank you.